You got the first question.
Buddy, start off telling us what you think about the roster.
I think we assembled a good roster. We got a bunch of kids that were in Daytona last year, got rings. And then the bunch that's carrying back over that played here in Tennessee last year played in the final. So luckily we have 20-some players that have been on teams that played in championships last year. And it's when you do that, we just talk about it. You know what to do and what you have to do as a group. And then you're in a position that some guys from here can go to the big leagues now. So take care of your own shop and as a group play together as a unit. And at the same time, make sure you put in a good, hard day's work every day to make yourself a better player.
Buddy, these first few days and few weeks that you guys are together, how much time is spent just getting to know the guys, know the faces, know the names? Since
well, I'm lucky. Out of the 25 we have here, I've managed 20 of them before, and obviously I know Aducci at spring training for a while and Rebel both, and they've never played for me. And then Casey Weathers is a new guy, and Beeler last year went from Peoria and jumped over. So Casey Weathers is basically the only guy that I don't know much about and haven't had a whole lot of time with, but all the rest. I've had a year or 2 years with them down there, so it's a lot of barriers that you got, or things that the limits of where they expect you to do and what you expect of them. I think those walls have already been solidified where the boundaries are, and then you work within them.
Well, I guess along those same lines, then, how much does that help if you've got a little bit of a head start with some of these guys?
Well, hopefully it helps, and then, you know, and luckily having seen them and had them in the past, you know, some guys are going to get off to some tough starts, and hopefully having been with them and seeing what they can do, you can help them make an adjustment mentally or physically a lot quicker, so the tough times don't last as hard, and then they get beat up and then lose some confidence. So all these guys that we brought here as an organization, we have a lot of confidence in, and the big thing for us is when somebody gets off to a tough start is we kind of shorten it and feed off of some things and good times that we've been with them in the past and good things that you've seen them do in the past and try to get back to that.
How exciting is this time of year all over? I mean, like a kid again?
It's like that every year. I don't know. It's been too long to remember, but 1983 was the first team I ever managed and stepped on the field. So, but when they played the national anthem to open the night, you know, when you're on the road, obviously this time, but when we come back here to Smokies Park next week and it's your home opener, they always have special feelings. And I think if and when somebody loses that, it's time to get out.
Being back here in this park, does it bring back any memories or special for you?
I remember the first game I ever saw here. I forgot who it was, but I think our team was playing West 10, the Cubs were, and I was a rover in the Diamondbacks we at the time. And I remember Jesus Montero hitting 2 home runs in the first game, a little short guy, and I go to Venezuela, and I know him from down there, and it was pretty impressive. But the first impression I got is how he had a really good night. But the fans here are really good. And the whole community. Today I had to go out and try to find housing, and had to go find somebody who wanted to deal with my taxes for me before the deadline. And everybody was so nice and personal, man. I was in and out in 5 minutes, and they took good care of you, and really, really nice. I'm a Central Virginia guy, so it really reminds me of being home. I grew up in the country too, and this is kind of what it's all country. Actually, my sister and brother-in-law, they come over here to Gatlinburg every fall for their vacation, so it's like being home to me.
What's this team going to hang its hat on? Is it you have a strong pitching staff? Are you guys going to be a power hitting team? What are you guys going to try?
No, the first thing I always like to think is that we're a team. You know, it's like a bunch of us getting on a boat sailing across the ocean. You're going to hit some rough waves here and there, but we got to keep the boat afloat and progressively get the sails back up, and hopefully then you get up the get up a good head of steam somewhere during the end that carries on into, and we hopefully make the playoffs and represent the organization and the PDC here really well.
You guys got a little game to get yourself going tonight against, Walter State. Tell me a little about that game. And does that help you guys get ready for the season?
Oh, it helps. You know, we've been out there in Arizona. You practice in the morning from 8 to about 11:30, and then you eat lunch, and then you play at 1 o'clock. And if you had never been there, the sky is so much higher, and it's no clouds, and all we've done is been under bright sunlight every day to play. Now you come and you're going to go through adjusting to the lights, and at the same time going through twilight day to night. And it's competitive more than an inter-squad game, so it's a little bit more adrenaline rush for our players, which they need. But it's a control type thing too. If a pitcher gets to a certain amount of innings, we can roll the innings like we do at spring training. So it's really good. I know it's really good for the college guys, because when I went to Lynchburg College over in Virginia, we got to play the local A-League Cup coming out of, during the season at some time, and they came out of spring training. It was a real thrill for us. I know it's probably more of a thrill for their guys as far as the excitement of playing, but at the same time, it's a great night for our guys to get acclimated to conditions and the lights and all.
Guys like Jim and Rebel, even Trey, how much do you rely on them? That they've been at this level, they've been in this park, in this league. How much do you rely on them with some of the other guys on the team that maybe haven't?
Well, they're pure. I mean, they are pure professional people, class guys, and you don't have any overhead as a manager. You talk about overhead, being on time, and they got kind of personalities that magnify, kind of bring people to them, and at the same time, it takes a lot of heat off the manager and coaches because they'll handle some of those situations in clubhouse for you. And anytime you got players helping control the clubhouse, it's better than a coach having to do it.